In this video, I'll just show you some raw footage of me working on one of my projects to help me create content faster. And one day I hope to release it as a product if I find it useful for myself. There's still a bit of work to do. But specifically, I worked on building a teleprompter app for my phone that I can ideate and record quickly. So I can go for a walk on my lunch break and record a video and upload it. So this is some of the problems I had during the process. Let's jump on board and see how I go. Some of the issues I've had today. This is just the interface of it. In here, I've got the terminal here. It's completely connected with my phone terminal at the moment. I've just been debugging some issues, and you can see some of the endpoints that are getting called. I'm not sure if you can see the error there. Yeah, there's a few errors there that I was just trying to work out. But essentially what I'm doing is, in this tool, comes up with these ideas that you want to capture. It does a lot of research in the back end and then surfaces ideas based on your... And we hit this capture button, and on a desktop, it works quite well. It probably won't work right now because I'm using the webcam, but you hit record. I'll see what happens. It might cut the webcam out, which is not good. So I might just leave that for now. Or you could upload things. So basically it generates a script for you and then tells you what clips to record: A-roll, opening, and B-roll. Those are optional, but the A-roll is required. And you could just sit there and you copy the script and put it in your teleprompter and read it. So this is a Next.js web app, which also has a capacitor app, which is, I've got iOS and Android, but I'm mostly testing iOS at the moment for my iPhone. And I have it on my phone all the time, and I'm constantly using it to create content. And so if I open the same thing on my phone and hit capture, another bug, hang on, let me just restart the app. So I've got the same screen as that you can see here, as this is open here as well. So if I push capture, I now have that same screen we saw before. We've got the script, we've got so I'm going to press the record video button. This is a recorder. It's actually very different to my recorder that I started earlier today. It's got the teleprompter up here. It's very basic. You're meant to just be able to look at your phone, hit record, and read the text. There's heaps of other features. But so one of the things when building on a native app, capacitor is basically just a WebView wrapper. And it worked perfectly with a WebView. But when I enabled the camera in the capacitor app, it worked. It opened the camera. I could choose the wide angle camera, the back camera, the front camera. However, there's certain features that a native app has access to which WebViews do not. And that one of those features, which is important, I feel, and is important, is image stabilization, particularly in videos. So the native camera app on the iPhone 17, which I've got, I could go for a walk and do a talking head video, and you just don't see any shaking. However, when I record that same video through the WebView, I see it's really wobbly. There must be so much both in the device itself, physical, and there's probably also some algorithms running that. What I ended up having to do was create for iPhone an entirely separate native teleprompter recorder, which it has custom Swift plugins to access that stabilization framework, which I found interesting. It just obviously blew out my timeline on what I wanted to accomplish today with it. But I'm really happy with the WebView version, and I think I might be able to show you the WebView version shortly. I might just have to change the camera. If I just go to screen only, just give me a moment, I'll show you. I'll refresh the page. So you can see there's a video I recorded earlier with the same. Here's a different one. Already been testing with this one. Choose this idea, record this one, allow for this. Okay, here we go. We see it now. So when you hit Agent Faster, start with one clear version before you add moving parts. So this is writing N8N by hand. Try one Claude prompt first. If you want one Claude prompt, you can build your. So what that's doing is automatically trimming the front and back of it, and you can tweak those trims if you want, and I'll eventually add like a waveform or something in there to make that a little bit more intuitive, or record the next part of it, and you build out this collection of clips. So I can stop that. That matters because manual steps feel slow. You're inventing everything at once. That one wasn't great, so I'll stop it. You build out, and eventually I could even add stuff like ASR, so automatic speaker recognition, to determine where you are in this prompt. And so you can just keep building out clips. It's a bit modeled on how CapCut do it, Caption, stuff like that, but it's also a bit different because it supports the teleprompter injecting the script. You can move this around to wherever you want. I don't know if you're familiar with a teleprompter, you could put this into a separate teleprompter you can get, and they just basically act as a external monitor. So you drag this whole thing onto that external monitor. It's a small, typically like an 7-inch screen with a mirror like that, and then the camera sits behind it. And then you drag this onto there, and then you read it, and it works quite well. You can do multiple clips to fill the whole script, and you can just delete the bad take. So if I stuff a take up, I can just remove it. I'll show you an example of the user draft to speed up version 1. Then check steps before you let it run. So see, it actually cut out that whole last silence. I was still recording for quite a while. So I think that's important. That way, yeah, when you're happy with it, you just hit OK. And what's happening in the back end is in the Greater app, it's then saving the clips to the media library. And then when you're ready, and you've collected other footage like B-roll and stuff like that, you just hit generate. So it now prompts me to create an optional opening. So this would be like a proof or opening saying I created this thing, maybe with a hook, and I can record that as a screen opening. And then I can add B-roll as well. This might be actual clips of an N8N workflow or something like that. And then I just hit generate, and then the app itself, I'll show you, starts generating the video for us. And then once the video is to a point you like it, you just hit approve and it posts on your social media. So that's I built the teleprompter part today. The rest of this has been taking a long time to build, but yeah, it's not quite there yet. All right, thanks.